How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super awesome.
I've been thinking of names that drag names, but instead of like making them a play on like a name, I've just been going with just objects, and it's been giving me a good chuckle lately. Like fitness gram pacer test.
Okay.
Fucking curb stomp. Shoebox. Golf visor.
These are just things.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are not. I feel
Give
like
it up for flip flop.
That's a good one. I feel like that one's a little bit double entendre. I feel like you need to add more double entendre into them. Like
This isn't like something you need to do or not do. This is a thing I've been doing that's been making me chuckle.
Okay, I get it now.
Give it up for a Starbucks dark roast.
I get it now. I get it. I see the vision.
Give it up for January 19th.
Are they like coming out dressed up as these things, or like are they just normal drag queens?
I don't know.
I guess no drag queen is truly quote unquote. Well, it is normal. It's a normal behavior for Kristen Young.
Give it up for normal behavior.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, it's fun.
Normal behavior.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Give it up for Apple smartwatch.
Give it up for coffee cup.
Yeah, you're getting it.
Yeah. Okay.
Things.
Yeah. Give it up for foam finger, everybody.
Give it for Verizon phone bill.
$157.89 every month. That's actually how much my phone bill costs. And if you want to help me with that, you can buy stuff from prettygoodstuff.net.
Woo!
Give it up. What if their names were full ad reads?
Yeah, they could be. It'd be a mouthful, but
Give it up for $15 off your next order at DoorDash.com.
Give it up for, last week I was down in the dumps. So I tried BetterHelp. And man, are things kind of the same? But anyways, 15% off.
My experience with BetterHelp is that the therapists on BetterHelp are usually more stressed out and like don't have time for you because they have 2 other full-time therapy jobs.
Yeah.
And they usually just tell you like, you should buck up.
Yeah.
And you're like, I could have done that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, $250, please? You're like, okay. No.
Does that make you feel small and not matter?
Yes.
Yeah. I get that.
Makes you feel angry.
Angry.
Small and angry.
Okay.
And red.
Oh.
Bright red.
Like you see red?
Like my skin turns crimson red. I shrink down to the size of like a field mouse, and an endangered English field mouse. And then I get really angry and I go,
give it up for yeah.
Yeah.
Holds the record for the longest drag name in history.
Yeah, that's fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. Okay. Today is my day to write something, I guess.
You didn't you?
No, I did not. I was pretty lazy all last week after Tree Fort, trying to play catch up with work stuff, and also just trying to fucking, recover my sleep. You get it.
Yeah.
You posted a lot of comedy clips last week.
Yeah, I've been getting just the ones I'm kind of tired of saying. Yeah.
I get that.
Throw them up there. Why not?
So instead of, I didn't write anything, but what I did do is I went over into my file cabinet and I dug out some old papers that my mom gave me from like school
When did you do this?
throughout years. Just now.
Yeah.
Literally just now.
Mm-hmm.
But I was planning on doing this for the last like hour or so.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a couple different writings here from throughout the years, and I'm going to introduce them all, and we'll just kind of go through them, and I think it'll be fun.
But what about Dog Man and Writer Boy and
I want to
Star Bits?
I want to spend more time on that story.
Yeah.
Actually, like, create a world.
Give the appropriate brain bandwidth.
Yeah.
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 Sure.
So I think this is a fun little pause in the story.
Uh-huh.
And maybe you can get some of your old schoolwork next week, and we can do this.
Maybe. Yeah.
We don't have to though.
I'm gonna make them fuck.
We're gonna make our schoolwork fun. Okay, let's go with, this is the first thing I think that everyone needs to see.
Yeah.
It says, let's see, Samson Large, 2005, 2006, second grade. When I grow up, I want to be a construction worker, scientist, dirt bike racer, snowmobile racer, and inventor. I drew this picture.
That is kind of all of those things.
With all of those things in one thing, and then it says $2 million up in the top left and my name.
Nice, dude.
That's how much I was going to make.
You added that today, didn't you?
I wish. That would be way funnier. No,
it's not good enough.
I wanted $2 million to be a construction worker, scientist, or bike racer, snowmobile racer, and inventor.
A few of those are still attainable.
Yeah. Construction worker, you can really become any day of the week.
Yeah.
You can walk down to a job site and be like, hey, my dream is to be a construction worker. And they'll give you the little orange vest and a tool bag and let you, put a couple nails in your fucking hand or whatever.
And then they're mean to you and you're like, fuck this, I'll go be an inventor. I don't need this.
What would you invent, dude?
Construction or...
it's like, what would... No, it's not or, it's and.
Oh, you want to be all of those things?
All those things together.
Okay.
Those are all... Yeah. Because I figured in the summer I could race dirt bikes, and in the winter I'd race snowmobiles.
That's like
and then you just do scientist, inventor, construction stuff.
On the side?
On the side!
Motocross is the main thing. But yeah, I dabble in
science.
What kind? Oh,
It kind of lets me invent and construct things.
Two birds. Yeah, all right, that's sick.
Okay. The next one I have is from third grade, 2006, 2007.
Not much else between those, huh?
I just didn't go through it. This is what we pulled. All right. This one is titled, My Smart Dog Leon.
Oh.
My dog Leon may be three-legged, but that doesn't stop him from doing, that says doing smart and amazing things. One time, I put him in cage, and he got out in 3 minutes. That's a straight-up lie. We never caged our dogs.
I had to make him seem like a genius.
When you tell him to get something, he gets it. No, he didn't. He's so smart, he can open a door. No, he couldn't. He can stand on two legs and bounce a bone. No, he can't. That's why my dog should win a smart animal contest. No, he shouldn't.
I never had a dog named Leo. I don't know who wrote this.
I did have a dog named Leon. He did have 3 legs. He could not do any of those things. He would run around and trip because he had 3 legs.
Did someone like make fun of your dog or something? And you're like, no.
I bet someone else was bragging about having a really well-trained dog.
With all its legs. And...
Fuck you guys and your 4-legged fucking dogs. My dog could do all these things. He was really fat. There was no way he was balancing on 2 fucking legs and balancing a bone. That was impossible. That's crazy. I was a little liar. Okay, there's something in here. Oh yeah, that will happen.
Oh, that's the closer.
That's one of the closers. Let's see what are these. These are car receipts.
My dog is smart to car receipts.
Okay, first. This isn't what I thought it was.
Well, tear up some of your certificate. Let's see what you've accomplished.
Live birth.
Nice.
What's this one? Petition for candidacy for the office of vice president for 10th grade. Got all my
Nice.
signatures.
Not bad.
Did not win the vote.
Damn.
Let's see. Those are high school
Insider
transcripts, ISAT scores, National Workplace Readiness Certificate. Workplace, I'm ready.
Ready to work.
All right. This one is from 2012.
Uh-huh.
So probably 8th grade, either 7th or 8th grade. And this is a PLMS writing assessment. This is like a standardized practice test or something from middle school. I got a 3, it looks like, on this. I think it was out of 5, maybe.
Uh-huh.
All right, it's called HATS in all capital letters. Have you ever gotten an awesome new hat that you wanted to show everybody, but you couldn't because the school has a strict no hats rule? If you wear a hat at PLMS, even if it is before school, it will get taken away, which makes no sense if school hasn't started yet. I don't see how a piece of fabric on your head can have such a large effect on the school and your learning. Hats are fun, cool, helpful, and a great way to express yourself. I don't see how hats are such a nuisance to the public school system. That's a fire line. Hats are totally harmless. I think the school has blown the whole thing way too far out of proportion. The school wants kids to be more supportive. Well, the school needs to be more supportive of the kids, which means slacking ruler a little. What? I think the whole no hat thing is ridiculous. That's why next week I will be starting a petition to soften the hats rule.
Soften the hats, man. Soften the fucking hats.
Those hats in and soften them.
Yeah. Well, we are both wearing hats. I did have a sibling who was killed by a hat in a school, so I see why sometimes rules need to be implemented.
Are you sure it was a hat, or was it a bad guy with a hat? And if there was a good guy with a hat, would he have been stopped?
The one thing that can't stop a bad guy with a hat is it's better to have a hat and not need it.
What if all those kids had their own hats that day? You know, then maybe your cousin wouldn't have
That's true.
been killed by the man with the hat.
You see, most hat crimes happen in no hat establishments. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
But like,
maybe just let people have hats and then.
yeah, like, better to have a hat and not need it than to need a hat and not have it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, you're a hativist. Did a teacher take your hat?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I probably had a hat taken like every day 1 week, and I got pissed. Also, we lived in a cold place.
You need a hat sometimes.
Sometimes you gotta wear a fucking
Sometimes you gotta wear a hat.
And
You
Yeah,
will not
no,
tell me when I'm warm enough.
fuck you.
I'm
Hey, Alex, middle school.
I'm cold.
Yes, that was a protest standardized test. I would do that a lot, actually. Throughout
Yeah.
School, I would write protest pieces as my like essays.
Nice, dude. Stick it to the man.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Wow.
This stuff, I believe, is from freshman year of high school.
Oh, you moved up to construction paper.
I have no idea what this one is.
Well, what does it say?
So, I think this is a poem that I wrote.
Nice, dude.
Maybe I don't really remember. Okay, it's at the top of the orange construction paper in Sharpie. It says talisman, and then it says Henry Dobbins was a good man, a roll of fat jiggling at his belly,
Oh,
wrapping his girlfriend's pantyhose around his neck.
what?
It was his one eccentricity. The stockings were a talisman. Never wounded, never a scratch. It turned us into believers. October, his girlfriend, dumped him. No sweat. The magic doesn't go away. By Samson Large.
And this was PE?
I have no idea what this is.
Okay.
I don't remember writing this.
Algebra 1?
Maybe like a creative writing thing?
Oh, yeah, that
Creative
too.
writing project in like 9th or 10th grade?
Perhaps.
Something like that? Maybe even
Real-
8th grade? I really have no idea. It's such a weird... It could be later than that. It could have been like senior year or junior year. And I feel this is like me trying to be like, I feel like this is me in high school trying to be like mysterious and artsy.
Yeah, I'm gonna write on an areola.
And it's just really weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Did everyone have to cut out like a butthole and write on it, or
I don't know.
is that just a creative choice?
I don't know. I was a weird kid, man.
I was different.
I wasn't different. I was just weird.
No one is like me.
A lot of people are like me.
I turned all my papers in on nips.
Okay. This is something from The Alchemist.
Nice.
Review or something. This is part 5.
Is,
An exam.
is it a protest at all to something? Or-
On page 130 in The Alchemist, these words were spoken. No, they weren't. They were written. Okay. People are afraid to pursue their most important dreams because they feel they don't deserve them or that they'll be unable to achieve them. I think what the author is saying is that people are either too insecure with themselves or that they're too afraid of failure. My personal experience is to always be confident in what you do and to never be afraid to fail because you'll fail a lot in your life. And you need to learn to visit... It's a wholly run-on sentence. Just stand right back up and try again. Like Santiago, he had the confidence to go out on his personal legend, okay, and find the treasure. Everyone deserves to find their personal legend and make their dreams come true. That is my translation of this quote.
Nice,
Pretty
dude.
beautiful, actually. Pretty obvious that he's saying that right there. In the book, The Road, there's a certain call to adventure. That call is when the man and boy realize it is too cold to stay where they are, and they must travel south in order to keep warm during the winter. And that is how it all began. It is quite an exciting call. So the man and boy started traveling south for the winter. That book is very tightly aligned with the hero's journey, but that was the experience lining up with the call. I didn't read that book. I bullshitted that whole answer. And you can
Nice.
like hear it for sure.
Hell yeah.
In my story, The Amulet,
Oh.
the best experience for what? Okay. The best experience ein. Okay, I don't know. For me.
Nice.
Nope. No, I don't know what that word is. Up with the revelation of the hero's journey is when Rio realized that he must find the men that took his father's amulet, kill them, and return pride to his non-existent family. This realization is quite impressive because it really captures the best point of the hero's journey in my story. I really want to read that story now. I have no idea. I don't remember that. Okay, so this is a this is an activity from like a humanities class, I think in 10th grade. And it's research and create your own rite of passage.
Like, haze yourself?
Yeah, kind of. So like it's like research a rite of passage and how it works in traditional culture. Use a writer's notebook for taking notes and then so the one I like researched is called the Sunrise Dance, and it's in Apache tribes. It's a ritual for young women entering puberty. 4-day ritual teaches tribal values of love, prayer, respect, appreciation, wisdom, culture, cooperation, language, and endurance. The ritual tests the girl's discipline and endurance. Traditionally, she dances for 4 days straight. Holy shit. To more than 100 songs and prays in a meticulously choreographed ceremony. Okay. And end result, the girl becomes a woman. Okay. This is so stupid.
You get fingered.
Use background research to help you begin defining your own ritual rite of passage. Select a significant event that involves a transition and describe this event in detail. On December 22nd, 2010, I was in my room with my stepbrother at my dad's house when I heard my mom's voice. I decided to go down and investigate. When I got downstairs, I saw my mom. I could tell she had just been crying. So I asked her what was wrong, and she said my grandpa had been put in the hospital and wasn't doing very well. We left the next day. When I first saw him, it was horrible. I broke down immediately. I'd always been very close with my grandpa. I stayed with him a few times every year, and when he passed away, I had to make a transition to get used to the fact that I would never see him again. List at least 3 reasons why this event is important to an individual's life. It makes them stronger, more respectful toward people. You think more rationally and logically. You become more mature and grow up some. So basically, for my ritual, I was like, everybody should have their grandpa die.
Gotcha. Yeah. And you have to kill him.
And then I didn't finish it, and I didn't put my name on it.
Suspicious.
Okay.
Oh, the big reveal.
I've seen this thing before.
Yeah.
I don't remember what this is.
Okay.
I feel like there was like a project where we had to like create our own like horror like creature or something, and like you had to like draw it for some reason. This is my thing. The thing.
Wow.
Or I think it was a short story, and you had to like draw what you thought the thing looked like after like hearing the short story and reading it or something.
Uh-huh.
And this is what I ended up drawing.
Let's get a good gander at this masterpiece.
So the text
Yeah.
up top, it says, the thing is a myth come to life in the story. In the end, at the museum, when the girls find the book, it proves the myth.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is this is the craziest word I've ever spoken. Is literally a giant monster. But it does a lot more than wreak havoc. It traumatizes the girls, ruining their friendship, causing them to never speak until years later. And then there's a quote from like the book, I guess, that this is from. Maybe it is from the thing. Its face, which was triangular, appeared like a rubbery mask. Page 14. Passage 14. This is when the thing first appears.
Do you remember if the other classmates also drew giant phallic dick-looking things? Or was that just you?
I think it might have just been me.
Everyone else drew balls.
I think it could have just been me, to be honest. And I don't even think I had meant to.
Okay.
But then again, looking at it, it's kind of like, how could you not mean to?
Yeah. So, like, was it like within the last few years where you looked at that and was like, that's a dick? Or was it like when you were done, you're like, ah, fuck.
There's even a little pencil mark at the end.
Oh, so like you had the opportunity to erase it before you went over it with marker.
No, it's not on marker. That part's not marker. Interesting. I feel like this was like a bet or something.
A bet.
Or like I bet you can't draw a dick and turn it in. And like.
Yeah.
Or I just did this, and
Yeah,
this is
it
how I saw
it
this.
seems like you just did
But this
that.
seems like I probably just did it.
Yeah, probably. Um,
I'm pretty sure this is like a pretty well-known short story or something.
well, it very much is a thing. Um, we do know that.
That is true. We do.
Um, other than that, it's kind of a mystery. Um, very red eyes. That must be important. Does it burrow in the ground or does it stay up above the trees? So like in Dune?
It looks like it's.
Can you write it?
It looks like it's really big. So I'm assuming it burrows and then pops out and like, because it's like as tall as trees.
Sure, yeah. Does it like traumatize villages and whatnot?
It says it traumatizes girls.
Are you sure it wasn't a dick, man? Everything about it is dick-like.
The Thing is a The Things is a science fiction short story by Peter Watts revisiting the universe of John Carpenter's 1982 film, The Thing.
All right.
Hold on. 15, John Carpenter.
Does it look like a dick? Reddit?
Based on the shortened version of a novel. That wasn't published. Maybe this is like we read or watched some of the movie The Thing. I don't remember exactly how this came to be, but there's obviously a quote there referenced
Right.
to something. So
yeah, there's that. But I'll be. Looks awful similar to a dick.
yeah, it looks like a penis for sure.
Just like a penis.
Yeah.
Which I guess is okay.
Yeah.
But it does.
It's terrifying a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like its lips.
Yeah, what noise do you think it makes? Like just
Maybe
that's it.
deeper though.
But like that's the only noise.
There's like full octave range of like. And it's like oh.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
It sounds like Jabba the Hutt.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
He kind of looks like Jabba a little bit, actually, facially.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I traced Jabba's lips. I don't know, dude. I have no idea when that's from. It's high school for sure.
Senior year.
It could very well be.
This is what helped me graduate.
It very well could have. That's probably an AP English class.
How big was the bus you took to school?
I didn't take a bus. I rollerbladed.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just checking. Any shows coming up?
Every Monday at Voodoo Cellar and Off the Cups is Friday, like this week. So if I could come to Voodoo Cellar this Friday, 9 p.m.
Golly, that's awesome.
April 10th. You want to be on it?
What?
You want to be on the show this Friday
Where?
at Voodoo Cellar? Off the Cuff?
Fucking probably.
Okay, cool. You're on it.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Yep. That's about it. Yeah.